Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to 31 Days of Reflections. Oh, how He loves me. Reflections of God's love for me and for you. Kind of out of order, I just want to say tonight, um, rest in heaven, rest in peace, Prince. We lost an icon today, and I can reflect back and I chuckle because I can remember some of the things that I was doing when he actually launched and became an artist. I thought today about some of the places that I was at, some of the things that I was doing, and oh my goodness, they weren't real nice things. But thank God for God. And thank God that He loves me because He changed me. He changed me for the better. So I just want to say that real quick. And then proceed as usual. We start off with our daily Bible verse, which tonight it comes from the book of Ezekiel, the 37th chapter. I encourage you to read the whole chapter, verses 1 through 14. However, I'm going to just read tonight verses 1 through 3. And it's the vision of the valley of dry bones. The hand of the Lord was upon me, and He brought me out by the Spirit of the Lord and set me down in the middle of the valley, and it was full of bones. He caused me to pass among them around and about, and behold, there were very many on the surface of the valley. And lo, they were very dry. He said to me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord God, you know. And guess what? Only God knew. Only God knew when I was in the valley of dry bones, trying to figure out who I was, where I was, why I was, what was my purpose, why was I feeling, the feelings that I was feeling of just being unnecessary, of being useless, of just, what was my reason for being? I was in the valley of dry bones. I was dry. I was those dry bones, but thank God for God and the fact that He loves me so much. He loves me so much that He put these bones back together again. He put skin on those bones. He put breath in that body. I'm telling you, read this chapter, Ezekiel 37, because it describes me to a T. I was in a place of destitute. I was scattered everywhere. I was here, there, up, down, all around, not knowing how it was going to come together again. If it was going to come together again. And of course, I told you there was times where I set out to do things to myself that would have prevented it from coming together again. But God, He had a plan, He had a purpose, He had goals, He had a vision for me, and here I am today, put back together again, back together in my right mind. Those bones, they were scattered. They couldn't walk, they couldn't talk. But today, I can walk, I can talk, I can think, I can feel, I can care, I can love. Oh, what a blessing that God bestowed upon me when He put those bones back together again. Did He have to? No. Why? Only He knows. Only He knew then the plan and the purpose that He had for my life. I had nothing to do with me coming back together again. This chapter today, it just took me somewhere. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just feeling pretty emotional today. And when I picked my book back up again and I read this chapter, I'm like, oh my goodness. It took me to a place where I had to remember where I came from. I had to take a look back and reflect upon just how far God has brought me, how He reconstructed me, how He resurrected me, how He did not let me die, how He did not let me stay in that valley, how He brought me up and brought me out. I want you to reflect upon how He has brought you out. Reflect upon what a mighty, mighty long way you have come. And it might just been, you might just be in that crawling stage or that standing up stage or that walking stage, because we all have to go through that. I can remember having to crawl. I literally had to crawl before I could stand up, and then I could take a baby step, then I could take 2 or 3 more steps, and then I could actually walk without having to teeter and totter. I'm standing on solid ground today, and I'm thanking Him for what He's done for me and what He continues to do for me and what He will continue to do for me. A dear friend who has passed away, he always said that he thanked God for what He took from him, for what He left him, and what is yet to come. What a blessing that what He took from me I didn't need. What He left me, He's allowing me to use today. So tomorrow, which we know is not promised. We know it's not promised. But if it comes, we have new mercies every morning. We could start this process again or continue it where we left off and just be the best people, the best persons that we could possibly be. We can be resurrected. You no longer have to be in that valley of dry bones. You no longer have to worry or fret or wonder about what your life is all about or what you're going to do. You know, where you're going to eat, where you're going to sleep, what clothes are you going to put on your back, who's going to love you, who can you love. Let's stop it. Let's stop it now. God has this. He's got this, okay? It's all in His hands. It's all in His control. Let Him do what He does. Let Him do what He does, because He does it so well. So well. So I'm going to sign off for tonight. I thank you for allowing me to share a part of me today. You know, just sharing a part of letting you know how far I've come from destruction to deliverance, from how I've, wondered, about people that I used to associate with. I've gone to funeral after funeral after funeral of people that I used with drugs, alcohol, people, places, things, properties. And then I look at people too that I used with who are still out there doing the same things. And I've wondered, God, why did you save me? Why did you save me? Well, you know what? It's not up to me to know. Just like He has a plan for them, had a plan for them, He has a plan for me. I'm blessed. I'm grateful. And I thank you for tuning in to day 23 of 31 Days of Reflections. Again, this is Tina Hobson, author of Oh How He Loves Me, Reflections of God's Love for Me and for You, which is available on Amazon.com. If you want a personal autographed copy, email me at author.tina.hobson@gmail.com, author.tina.hobson@gmail.com, or inbox Tina Hobson on Facebook. Tweet me on Twitter. Okay? IG me on Instagram. Whatever they do on Instagram. But you can find me. You can find me all over social media. So God bless you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. We will be on day 24. And remember that something greater is happening in your life. Be blessed.